Real one.
Friend, that looks like something else.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, babies. Real one.
Good to see you, girls.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome.
Episode 8.
Wow, can you believe that?
Guys, we did so good. All these episodes, I love it.
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun.
Yes, it does. Yes.
Welcome, Boss Babes in Real Estate. My name is Lilivette Vasquez, also known as LV the Realtor. And I'm really excited about today's episode because I think it's something that we've definitely had on our mind because of the reminders we've had as of lately.
Yes.
And today we want to talk about not forgetting to live while you were trying to make a living.
That's
Yes.
so
That's
correct.
so
I love
intense.
this topic.
Especially
I love
for
it.
us. Like,
Yes.
we work so hard to make a living.
We
Well,
take
let's
our
start checking in, right?
yes. Why don't you guys introduce
Let's
yourselves?
check in.
Hi, I'm Lena Torres.
Hi, I'm Gabby.
Hi, I'm Stephanie.
And so we're going to continue with the topic, right? Which
Definitely.
is how to,
Don't forget to leave while you're trying
while
to
you're
make
trying to make a living.
Yes.
And it's so important. I think we all have so many stories we can share, right?
Absolutely, especially in the business that we're in, where we
Exactly.
actually take our work home with us.
Yeah.
Correct.
You know, how do you separate it sometimes, right?
Right.
Because we get so caught up in trying to get the deal done,
Right.
trying to make things happen, that we sometimes really put aside what's really important.
priority.
Like our families,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
our kid, like in my case, my kid.
Right.
You
And-
know?
Me too.
Exactly.
And so today I want, maybe you ladies to give us some tips as to how you find, especially you mothers, right?
Yeah.
How do you, what is it that triggers you to say, okay, it's time to close the laptop. It's time to put my cell phone down,
Exactly.
and really worry about,
And how do you remind yourself to keep doing that, right?
right?
Yeah, and not just that. Like, yes, it's okay. We have to take the time to spend it with our families and everything. But what is important is what are our priorities in our lives besides family, besides work. What does make you happy? What is making you happy in your life? What are you doing to every day accomplish all those goals you have as far as a person, like in your personal life and all that too? And how are you like really taking advantage of all the opportunities you have? Because every single day is a new opportunity for you to live.
Yeah.
And I see it like that after all these different situations that have happened in my life.
Can you share with us like one that has marked your life the most?
Oh yes, of course. Yes, like just an example. 2 years ago, Mia's dad, my ex-husband, passed away, and it was so shocking for everybody because I talked to him in the morning, like at 6:30 in the morning, and they called me at 9:30 in the morning saying that he passed away. He was a young person, full of life too, and like with all these goals in mind, that one day he just woke up and he just died,
Right.
and this is the second person that I have lost that have meant a lot in my life,
Yeah.
that just like goes to bed and wakes up and they die. So that is a reason why I try to every day appreciate what I have and appreciate the people that come to my life, appreciate the time I have, and try to enjoy it and not waste it. And just like, I want to do things that make me happy. And that's why I'm very goal directed. And I don't spend time with people that are not gonna mean something in my life. Just like that. And
Period.
Yes, because I have no time to waste. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just want to give a quick shout out to our friend Adam, because he was in a trip. He went to have a fun trip in Colorado.
Aaron, yeah.
Yes, I just have an accent. He went to a trip in Colorado, and then he was having so much fun and everything, and he never thought he was going to be over, like, still in Colorado, in a hospital, going through whatever he's going through right now.
Yeah.
I
From
just want
vacation
you,
to
Yes.
a tragic situation.
exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So I just want you,
Yeah.
everybody, to to support him and to pray for him to return home fast and he recovers soon too, because those are the things that we have to think. Like, we leave the house and we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, your loved ones leave the house and you don't know what's going to happen.
To know if they're coming back. Or
I
not.
agree, and
Exactly.
this conversation really was sparked from the whole Kobe situation of how suddenly he just passed away. How shocking it was for everybody, all of us, fans, family, friends, everybody. Nobody expected Kobe to die that young. He just retired. He's such a now great dad. Like, trying to spend time with his family, trying to be a good husband, has millions of dollars. You nothing, not even the amount of money. Nothing can guarantee you how long you're going to live.
Right.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. I think
And
that
it's
was
so
that was
important.
interesting for me, because I was like, wow, like, he has all the money in the world,
Everything.
and even he wasn't safe. Like,
Nobody
even
is.
he
No.
couldn't escape
Yeah.
danger, and so it's just
It's
nobody.
life,
Yeah.
it's life. Because it's not even just danger, but like it was written, already that was his day. Your days, you never know when is your time, Like, and what we know for sure is that we're all gonna die.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's the only thing that we know for sure. We just don't know the when, and that's why. But we think. We wake up and never think, oh, this is going to happen to me today, or which is not going to. You're like, when am I going to die? You're not supposed to live in fear or anxiety either. But you have to know that any day could happen to you, which is why you should live your day to the fullest. Enjoy it, have fun, do whatever makes you happy.
Just
wait
don't
till
hold
tomorrow.
grudges.
Yeah.
Don't wait till
Absolutely.
tomorrow.
Like, I'm such a believer of that too. Like, just be happy, be a true person, like, be transparent, just try to
Genuine.
just try to
you,
share.
I'm a big advocate of that, and then sometimes I might go overboard. But like, see, if I don't like something, I say it right away, because I don't want it to keep holding and creating these little things that is gonna create resentment towards the person because I didn't speak and said, this is bothering me, or this is what you're doing is bothering me. So I learned to, like, be honest, and if, like, tell you might be like, oh, I didn't even know. Some people don't even know, that you're doing certain things. So I have been on the other side too, where things that I do to other people, I've never realized that it might hurt them, or, so when people tell you, this thing that you did or this way, then you're like, okay, that lets you, like, go back and, like, analyze, okay, maybe I can go another way. But you have to be honest, because if you're not, then you start holding grudges.
Yeah.
You start being resentful, and then you start acting weird to the person, and the person doesn't even know what the hell is going on.
Those
like,
those
Because
are
you
like
didn't
the minor things in life that have to stop you from being happy. That's why I always say, like, I'm always a calm person. I'm very kind to, like, I try to always be there for the people that needs me.
Yeah.
Because I know at the end of the day, if I leave tomorrow, I'm not taking anything besides the good actions I did.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
100%.
what else?
So Lena shared something that kind
went
of
through.
put things into perspective for her as to how short life really is, right? Do you ladies have anything that may have happened to you that made you realize, like,
My two uncles are, like, really, really, like, were my second dads, because we were really close. They died within a year each other. Like, I was really close to them, and they were young too. One died to cancer, the other one just died unexpectedly as well. And it's just crazy because I seen my aunt's life completely change. You can really change your life, and you're like, and it set things in perspective. Not just to live your life to the fullest, but just like we were talking about the other day, Murphy's Law. Anything that could go wrong will go wrong at the wrong time. It will happen. So you need to be prepared in any case for you to be okay as well. Things will happen, but you have to understand that life, it's not guaranteed. It's precious to enjoy it, but also as well be responsible, plan, live. Like like all these things that we have to really do. It just that situation in particular just taught me so much because my aunts didn't they depended 100% on them.
Yeah.
So to me,
That's
that really put things into perspective. Like, I don't want to depend on somebody 100% because then my life can change any minute.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
we're boss babes, right?
And
Like we
then-
want
Exactly.
to make our own money, make sure
Yeah.
that if anything happens, we got it, you know. And then you're gonna wake up. Yes, you're gonna have to mourn and be sad, and you're allowed to do all of that and be emotional and all that stuff. But you still have to handle business.
Gotta be
Life goes
strong.
on. You have kids. You have family. You
Yes.
have. And
The
then you
world
have to
keeps
continue-
spinning.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
know?
Mhm.
So that's what happened to me. I don't know. I know you have a situation that
Oh
that
yeah.
really changed your life.
Yes, I did.
A couple.
I've had a couple.
Yeah.
I want to talk about two of them in particular because
Mhm.
one definitely is something you could never imagine. I thought my whole world was over and
Mhm.
I was in denial and all of the things that you could possibly think of.
When you're grieving.
Yeah. So 16 years ago, 15 years ago, my little brother, my closest best cousin Annie, and my second closest cousin Hector, all three passed away in a car accident. All three.
Wow.
One shot.
Yeah.
21, 23, and 25. They had their whole lives ahead of them. I had a whole life of memories that I was going
Right.
to create with them, you know what I mean? And to just lose them all like that, like in an instant.
They were your world. They were your friends.
Of course.
Yeah.
So when something like that like
It was
knocks
sudden.
you
Yeah.
on the ground, right? Because you don't see that coming, and you don't even know, or you can't even imagine how to come back from it. But
Or process it.
denial,
It's just
denial, and so when that happened to me, obviously my family, everybody was just completely broken.
Right.
Some people are still broken in my family. Some people still have. I'm not over it. You never
No,
get over
you
it.
never do.
You never get over it.
You just
But
learn to live with it.
you know, like you said earlier, life goes on. You still have to continue building a life for yourself and for the others around you,
correct.
right? And so when tragedy like that strikes, like how do you move forward, right? Time, they say time heals all. It doesn't really heal it, but it does make it easier to deal with it.
It's so true.
But that definitely put things into perspective for me. Like, it was a reality check. Like,
Yeah.
this is real. You can be, I could have been in that car.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what
And
I
that
mean?
could
I
have
could
been
have,
over that night too.
yes.
Yeah.
And so that happened for me that was at a pretty early age. And then 2 years later, that's a scenario where they're just gone in an instant.
Suddenly.
2 years later, my mom gets diagnosed with cancer. My mom's been fighting cancer for 12 years now,
Wow.
going on 13 years. So it's like, okay, you literally never know. I mean, she's been in remission, off of remission, in remission, bone marrow transplant. They kill you to bring you back to life.
Yes.
And you really never know how, if when is she gonna come back? What is gonna happen? This, that, and you're constantly worrying.
Like,
Oh yes. When is the day? When is the day? You know,
Right.
like
Yeah. What
I
would
can
happen?
totally feel this.
And you don't even want to think about it because it's your mom.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? I don't want to think about it.
Right.
And then in the same sense, you have to be real with yourself,
You gotta
right?
be realistic. That's gonna happen.
You have to
you know,
be real with
at some
yourself.
point.
Exactly. At some point, that's how I am with my mom too. She's been in the hospital for like 2 months already. She was diagnosed with cancer. She was like going through so much different things to her that I'm like, all I can do is like be there for her, have the support that she needs, that she needs right now,
Love
and just
her.
be strong.
And be grateful, right?
Exactly.
Grateful for the time
We
that
still have
we
them.
have with them. Thankful for the time that I had with my brothers, my cousins, my sisters. Thankful for the time that I have with my mom right now, right? Because
You
at
can
any,
and that's the thing that like you still have your mom here, so you can still do things with her or for her
Yeah.
and love her and show her how much you love her, which is really because I think that's one of the biggest regrets when people pass away. Like, I didn't do enough. I didn't say enough. Like.
Because it made me
No, I know
gonna
it's
cry.
emotional,
Mhm.
Yeah.
So while she's here, like even when our moms, because they all get on our nerves, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes, but they're still here, and we can still show them how much they mean to us and love
Right.
her. I almost lost my mom too in an accident. Like it was her 50th year birthday, and she got into a really really bad motorcycle accident because her boyfriend at the time he
Oh,
was
wow.
riding motorcycle. He died. It was
Oh.
the day of her party. I flew to Guatemala for her party. I was already there. I almost was there for her funeral. Almost.
Oh,
like
man.
that was crazy. My mom was
That's
in the
crazy.
hospital for a whole month. She almost lost her leg. Almost
Wow.
like it was terrible.
Wow.
So ever after that, I try to like show her a little bit more appreciation. You
Yeah.
know,
Mm-hmm.
take her on a trip. I know things that she likes. Try to do little things for her. You know, while she's
Yeah.
here. You know.
Exactly.
So,
And you
yeah.
know what is important after all these whole different stories? That we handle them and we manage the way to just keep looking forward and
Yes.
to, you know, like to keep working hard for what we want and take time to be with the ones we love. And that's what's the most important thing.
It's really, really, really easy to get caught up in the negative, in the
Yes.
in the bad. Like when something like that happens to you, it's so easy. It's way easier to go to the negative side
Oh, yeah.
and go off the
And
cliff.
focus on everything that's going wrong.
Yes. Why does this have to happen to the good people? Why did this?
Yeah.
You know, looking and
It's
you.
life. You know, like it's just we'd never know.
Is life. And like, listen, like we were talking about the Kobe thing. I cried like he was a family member. Like
Yeah,
my
me
heart
too.
was
I cried
feeling
too.
like the pain.
Because of the girl too.
No, it's just like the
daughter.
whole
The 9
situation,
people.
you know, like it's just shocking, and you feel the pain because if you're a good human, of course,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you feel it. Like, come on now, like
Yeah, yeah.
it's
And to
so
this-
many people that passed away the same day and so drastically too.
people.
That it's just like very, very shocking
sad.
and very sad.
And then when you see them highlight what a great father he was,
Right.
And then
what
I
a great
see the
husband.
wife
Why did he take the helicopter? You know, they asked. It was an interview done like a year or two ago when they're like, Kobe, we see that you take the helicopter. He's like, yeah, because
Traffic?
I wanna be on time to pick up my kids. I wanna be on time for everything. In
Oh,
LA,
wow.
traffic is crazy, so I'd rather be there, and I wanna be there. I wanna be there to. You know, he was such a good dad. Like he wanted to be present, and
Yes.
because time meant so much to him,
Right.
instead of being stuck 2 hours in traffic, he'd rather take like a 20-minute
Exactly.
helicopter ride and be right there with his family.
Yeah.
And look,
Yeah.
do
Like-
you have anything that
Yeah.
happened to you?
So when it was probably about December of last year, I was working like on my laptop, working from home, and at that point, I really wasn't like so focused on him because I was so focused on my career
Doing
and
your
what
stuff.
everybody needed me to do, and like, oh my god, I felt the pressure because I was new into the industry, and I was like, I have to make everybody like happy and like all these things, and so he's playing with one of the kids who's a neighbor, and he fell in the kid's room. The kid had a bike. He had these 2 big gashes on the back of his head.
Oh.
So the kid comes running into my house, and he's like, "Oh my god!" And he's a kid, so the way he
He doesn't know,
described
yeah.
this, he goes, "Rye fell, and his head is cracked open." I literally like.
what a great way to
Oh my
explain it.
god! I
He's
felt
like-
I felt
You
my
feel-
life.
you-
Yeah, I felt my life leave. Like I was like, and I just pictured
Yeah.
my kid just dead with his
Yes.
head cracked up on the floor. I
Yeah.
thought he fell because the kid lived on the 2nd floor. I thought he fell into, and I was just like, oh my god, like,
Wow.
And so he was okay. I came, he was standing up, he was just crying, but he was bleeding, and so because of that, I was like, no, like nothing means more than him.
Exactly. Nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's amazing.
And that's another thing, getting back to what we were talking about. Not only appreciating life and appreciating those who are around us while they're here, but how do we really balance? Because we say, yeah, we love them because we do, right? We love our family, we love our friends, but
Yeah.
how do we really make time for them while we're trying to?
Make a living.
Yeah.
I
And-
think it goes
yeah.
back to something we talked about in another podcast. It goes back to time blocking, really.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think that's really what it comes down to because of the business that we're in.
Yeah.
If we don't time block it
Mhm.
and be serious about
Mhm.
that time that we block out,
Or it could be at night, like it's so many times.
Right.
We just put so many excuses. I'm so busy, but you're busy for
this
whatever's
phone
not a
is
priority.
the problem.
Yeah.
This
You know
phone
what
is
I
the
think
problem.
really helps me also is like what you were talking about is not spending time with people who aren't going to be worth it.
Yeah.
But one of the things for me is like I don't work with people who don't understand that my kid's my number one priority. I don't want to be friends or be in a relationship with people who aren't loving to my kid, or you know what I mean, loving to
Exactly.
me as a loving mother. So, you know, one of the main things, especially from that time, that I realized, like, the person that I was dating at the time literally did not care. It was just like, was not there for me. And I was like, this is a relationship that when, like, the real stuff is going on, like,
Exactly.
I've done so much for this, you know, this person, and it wasn't reciprocated. And I was like, this relationship
It's not.
It's
It's
not
not,
gonna-
aligned
it's not-
with your priorities.
Exactly.
That's very important. Like when we're gonna do another whole relationship episode. But
We need a relationship
yeah.
expert for that because
a lot of people want to hear that one.
So we need somebody
So-
different departments.
Yeah. So I think, you know,
professionals sign up on the link below.
So, you know, it is about cutting out, you know, spending all time only with the people who are helping you with the things
Become a
that
better
keep you happy.
person. Yeah,
Yeah.
and become a better
Right.
person. Too.
That's
you know,
important.
like
Yeah.
it is very important.
How do
You
you,
guys
how
are
do you
always-
make time? How do you make time for like Lena, the realtor, Lena, the investor, Lena, the mom, Lena, the friend, Lena, the daughter?
You guys
How do
can see
The girlfriend.
that I don't go to every single networking event because
Yeah,
not
yeah.
every single
Right.
networking event to me is that
It's worth-
important.
yeah,
Because
exactly.
I have the little one with me.
Yes.
Exactly.
So to me, it's a priority. For me, it's important to put my daughter in bed. To me, it's important to you know, make her dinner. To me, it's important to be there for her because she appreciates that.
And I want to point out that she's here,
Yeah.
and that none of us,
Shout out to my little
none
girl.
of us are giving
Mini
you a hard
Boss
time
Babe.
about it. We love for you to bring her here, and so, you know, it's doing that, spending more time doing the things with the people who are going to help you be
Exactly.
a good mom, and like, no, yeah, of course, bring her.
Yeah,
you know,
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
she is like I just want to talk a little bit about her too because she's a really good example of what a strong woman,
Little
one
woman.
she
Oh,
is.
little.
You know, like she has had so many different challenges in
And
the past
traumatic
4
experience.
years,
Mhm.
that 4 or 5 years now that is just like life-changing events that have happened to her. And she is the most happy, strong, and always in a great
Positive.
spirit. Exactly. So how can I not be like that if I had that little one teaching me every single day
Yeah.
how strong she is?
She's
Yeah.
resilient.
She's amazing.
Yes.
She's just amazing.
I love
I
that.
love that. So I think that, you know, we just got to understand that, yes, working is important. Yes, making money is important. We all need it for our families, right?
Yes.
But let's just not forget the human side of it, like the relationship side of it. Your family, your friends, spend time with them. Those are really valuable and priceless.
Right.
You know what I point
People
something
and
out to?
events
Yeah.
that you need in your life to
Exactly.
bring
And
value
the people
to you.
who are supposed to be in your life will understand that and
Yeah.
will support that.
Yeah.
You don't
they
have to
will.
fear losing anything
Exactly.
just because you're actually spending time with what you value.
Exactly. They're always gonna be there.
Right.
You know, right, friend?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, it is important that, and I would just want to point something like how to balance this stuff too.
Yes.
Delegating.
Yeah.
Delegating is important. There are so many different things that we do in real estate that we can delegate to other people so we can have the time for the important things
That's
in
true.
our lives.
Yeah.
So to me, it's one of the things.
And another thing that, like, I think we were talking about when Kendra was here is
Mm-hmm.
identify what kills your time and that you don't enjoy, and see how can you replace
Yeah.
that. Like, for example, if you don't like cleaning, pay a cleaning lady to
Yep.
do it, and focus your time on either your family or making more money.
But if
And,
you don't like
know,
working out, you can't pay somebody to work out for you.
Oh, you can pay a plastic surgeon.
There's a solution for
There's a
everything.
solution for
Everything
everything
in life except for
Exactly.
death.
You
Right?
know-
That's
you know-
the only thing we cannot fix, death. Everything else
Exactly.
has a solution.
So that's why
find
we
it.
have
Don't get
to-
so closed up. Like no, I have to do it. No, there's
Yeah.
things that you don't have to do.
Yeah.
You
that
know?
we need to understand and enjoy life.
Exactly. And
You
be
know?
easy on ourselves too.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like, you don't, just because Lena's really good at, let's say she's good at arts and crafts and stuff like that, and I don't know with her
Not
kid, but she's not. No. Let's say she's, and I'm like, oh man, I'm not like that as a mom.
I know.
That's okay, because maybe I have something else. Like, I
Yeah.
don't have to do everything.
You know,
Mom
like
guilt.
these girls are really good
Yeah.
with makeup. I am not.
Yes,
So
you
I'm
are.
like, can you please teach me how to do this? like things I enjoy watching you guys and like putting your makeup and everything because it like something that I want to learn one day.
We need to do a
So
get ready.
hint, I want to learn.
We'll do that. But
Yeah.
basically we just wanted to touch bases to let you guys know and remind you, because I'm sure you were reminded with this COVID incident how precious and short life is.
Yes.
And to
But
just
don't forget.
No.
Don't forget. Yeah.
And do you want to do a close-out quote?
Oh, yes. Well, we're just going to keep it right with the topic, right?
Yes.
And the topic, you heard us talk about it. Don't get so caught up trying to make a living that you forget to live. Because life is really short, people.
Yes.
So short.
So
Thank
with
you
that
so
note, we
much,
love you.
guys,
Thank you
today.
for taking
Thank you
time
so
out
much.
of your life to watch us.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Signing
Bye.
out. Boss babes.
Bye.